McLaren. To me, it's the most likable team on the grid, but also at the same time, it's the most frustrating team to support. I swear, they seem to have the fastest car on the grid for the last 2 years, but they also keep on struggling. You might think, how can McLaren be the most frustrating team to support when you could have also been a Haas fan back in 2021? Well, at least with Haas in 2021, they were consistently garbage. With McLaren, you win one race with more than a 30-second gap to the next car, and just a few races later, you crash into your own teammate for absolutely no reason.
The McLarens collide! Lando Norris into the wall and out of the race!
Now, McLaren did win the 2024 Constructors' Championship, but that's only because Perez was sleeping for half the season and scored an abysmal 65% less points than his own teammate, which for the record is the biggest point gap ever achieved between two teammates in the entire history of Formula 1. But even while winning last year's championship, the McLaren Formula 1 team still overall has a lack of confidence, I feel. Especially Lando. My guy is so extremely talented, but also just pushes himself down so much after making a mistake.
I just misjudged it. You know, it was all my mistake. I take full blame, so I apologize to my whole team and to Oscar for attempting something like that.
Meanwhile, on the other side of the garage, you have Oscar Piastri, who seems the complete opposite of Lando at the moment. Oscar seems to have all the confidence in the world while only being in the sport for 3 years. You could almost say he never crumbles under pressure. That was a stupid joke. But honestly, on top of being super confident, Oscar is also the most chill and relaxed driver ever. To me, he's like the new generation Kimi Raikkonen.
Under pressure.
Diamonds are made under pressure.
I want to be in the fastest car.
Hey, make sure that we are that dominant car.
Push Lewis Hamilton all the fucking way.
That's the hardest thing to do. It's not going to be easy.
No.
It's more like a hobby for me, so obviously I don't need to do it.
Like I know no other driver than Piastri who wins his first race and then reacts like this.
Well done, Oscar, well done. Checkered flag. Well done, buddy.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you very much. Thanks for the coordination. Well done. Maximum points. Really good weekend.
You know, most of the time when a driver wins his first race, it goes more something like,
Oh my god! What did you do?
What did you do?
But nah, Oscar is just a chill guy. Like Bottas could pull up to the next Grand Prix butt-fuck naked and he would react something like this.
In all honesty, I don't fully get the context of what happened. It looked a bit strange.
Also, while trying to find a picture of Bottas naked in a magazine, I found this video and I just have to show you guys.
What's the most ridiculous fact you know?
I had some like online quiz things over the winter with some friends who are not in Finland.
Yeah.
And we had some ridiculous facts and like I know exactly by millimeter the average penis size of a beaver.
What is that?
Let's just say, I hope my mom doesn't check my search history tonight. But back to the point, let's calculate just how many times Lando has fucked up this season so far. So of course, the most recent one was in Canada, where he went for a gap that no longer exists.
And if you no longer go for a gap that no longer exists, you're no longer a racing driver.
In Miami, he fucked up on the starting lap, going on the outside of Verstappen, which honestly might be among the top 5 most dangerous things in the world. Bahrain, he just sucked in quali, and then in the race he somehow jumped the start and got a 5-second penalty. Saudi Arabia, he somehow made an even dumber mistake than Lance Stroll did the year before and fucked his car into the wall. And finally, during the China sprint, he made a mistake on lap 1 which got him stuck in traffic the entire race, finishing in P8. Now, according to my very good calculations, that means he made 6 mistakes in only 10 race weekends. And honestly, I'm probably forgetting some as well, so definitely let me know in the comments if I am. But let's talk about Piastri for a minute, because honestly, my guy deserves all the praise in the world. It's his 3rd year in F1, and you can definitely see him still making some mistakes here and there, but nothing like Lando. For God's sake, my guy is leading the championship right now, and he's doing it in the most cold way ever.
Can you hear me on this?
Yeah, can you hear me, Kimi? Radio check. Radio check. If you can hear me, I need more charge. Okay, give me box if you can hear me.
Can you hear me now?
No, negative. I can't hear you.
But I can hear you now.
Yeah, box if you can hear me.
Still don't hear?
No, I can't hear you.
You don't hear me?
No, negative.
But your answer still.
He's beating his teammate in qualifying, he's beating his teammate in a race, he's even beating his teammate, period. That's a joke, by the way.
Straight! Here comes Ricciardo, it's gonna be
The only thing that Lando is beating Oscar at the moment is getting woman. and even in that championship, he's still second to Leclerc. Oscar is one of the most generational talents we have ever seen in the sport, and I would put him up there with the likes of Lewis Hamilton when he first joined the sport. Now, hold up, before you call me a Piastri glazer and ask me to stop suckling on his nuts, I have to make it very clear that I'm rooting for Max to win the championship. I mean, I'm from the Netherlands, and I'm pretty sure there's an unspoken rule here that if you don't support Max, you will get publicly executed by Jos Verstappen. Now with that being said, let me continue glazing Oscar for a moment. 2019 Formula Renault Euro Cup champion, 2020 FIA Formula 3 champion, 2021 FIA Formula 2 champion, 2022 reserve driver for Alpine. You can forget about that one. And finally, in 2023, he became a Formula 1 driver for McLaren. This man has won 3 championships in a row on his way to F1. Meanwhile, Lando at the same time was still bottling his first win in Russia.
Lando, what do you think about it, Inter? What do you think about it in Inter?
No! Also, another fun clip from the race is this one.
Can you stay out on this condition? Can you stay out?
Yes!
Seriously, how is this guy still in F1? But what's the difference between Norris and Piastri? Why does one seem to thrive under the pressure, while the other one can't stop making mistakes? I think Formula 1 is just as much a physical sport as it is a mental sport. If you're not in the right mindset, you get results like these. It's honestly sad to see. I'm a big fan of Lando, and it hurts seeing him push himself down so much after making a silly mistake. I think Lando needs to rethink the way he drives. At the moment, he's way too desperate to beat Piastri. In Canada, he could have just chilled out for a moment and finished P5. But no, he was so desperate to beat his teammate that he made a horrendous move and crashed into him. At that point, you're racing for the wrong reasons. You're not just trying to win, but you're trying to win by all means. Which shown from the past, that stuff can get you disqualified from the entire championship.
That didn't work. That didn't work, Michael. You hit the wrong part of him, my friend.
Do I think Lando hates Oscar? No. But I think Lando does want to beat Piastri, and he's become way too desperate for that. And obviously, that's something that my favorite driver would never do.
Collide this time. Verstappen throwing it to the inside. They're both off. Extraordinary.
Fast at the start of the sprint. He's trying to take the lead from Verstappen, but he is force wide.
This time he gets there. He locks up and he makes contact with his old rival. Oh, contact. Max Verstappen into the side of George Russell.
Oh, they've touched and they've collided. Around the outside of Lewis Hamilton. Has Verstappen got ahead by the time they get to the next corner? They touch. Right behind Hamilton into the first chicane once again. It's wheel to wheel. Hamilton and Verstappen, and this time Verstappen